Here's a highlight from a recent episode of Booked on Rock. Sing Me Away, the Night Ranger album review. It's the latest book from our guest, Tim Durling. That debut album set him up nicely for the follow-up. They had the attention of radio. They had the attention of MTV. The result? The band's best-selling album, Midnight Madness. October of '83 it came out. Over 1 million copies sold. 3 singles. You Can Still Rock in America, Sister Christian, and When You Close Your Eyes.
I think some of the songs they were working on before Dawn Patrol, I've been told that Sister Christian was actually written for sessions that produced the Dawn Patrol album, but it was saved for the second album. And obviously that's a career song for them, right? That's the song that gave them a name. It actually went all the way to #1 up here in Canada. Night Ranger were never a band that toured Canada all that much, but for that particular time, the Midnight Madness album went gold, and they did have a #1 song. But yeah, that was their calling card song to this day. It's a unique situation where you have a band where the success of one song sort of outsizes the success of the entire band. In other words, there's a lot more people that know Sister Christian than would know, say, the individual players in Night Ranger, and maybe even who does the song.
Sure.
It's a little bit like, you could say Mr. Big is like that, Extreme is like that. It's not like Journey, where you have a dozen or so radio staples that you could never label them one-hit wonder. It's like, well, which one are you talking about? Even though Night Ranger had 6 top 40 singles, Sister Christian, it's unique. It's got a unique title. It's got a unique hook. Everything about it it's not a cookie cutter power ballad by any stretch of the imagination, and it's remained in the public eye, and it's a song that will outlive all of us. Now, I happen to think that Night Ranger had in their arsenal of songs as many radio staples as Journey or Foreigner. I think that they did all right. I think they should have done better. I just think that they had the capability, and not the capability, they did deliver songs that should have been radio staples and that we should all be sick of hearing. But for whatever reason, it didn't exactly happen that way. They sold a lot of albums, but it's always easy to blame record labels because they're an easy target, but MCA weren't exactly a hard rock label. Now, maybe they had a little bit more savvy than, say, A&M. I always pick on them when I talk about Y&T not becoming superstars, but I know for a time, Night Ranger were MTV darlings. So there was probably a period between like 83 and 86 where they played Night Ranger a ton. That helped, they did well on the road. They became a headline act during that time, but they never stayed there long enough to the point where they can go out now and headline big places. They can go out now and headline large-sized theaters, places like that. They can do very, very well as special guests on a bigger tour and, in often cases, blow the headliners off the stage. But, yeah, I mean, they're just one of those bands that I've always been a huge fan of. And to my knowledge, there's never been a book on them.